Sometimes people forget that rappers live by a different set of rules. They're used to loyalty, respect, and keeping things real. So when streamers decide to test them, things can get intense fast. Whether it's a streamer disrespecting a family member or making jokes that don't land, these rappers weren't afraid to stand up and remind everyone that some boundaries shouldn't be crossed. From Moneybag Yo shutting down sus jokes to NLE Choppa making sure his money stays in his pocket, these moments are a lesson in respect. Today, we're counting down the times when rappers had to check a streamer who got a little too bold. So, if you're thinking about testing a rapper, you might want to think twice, because these 15 moments prove that not everyone's going to laugh it off. Number 1. Mino. Let's start off with Mino. He's an OG in the rap game, and one day, a YouTuber named Booba100X thought it would be funny to mess with him. Booba approached Mino for an interview, but Mino warned him not to say anything crazy since he wasn't in the best mood. Ignoring the warning, Booba started off by saying his objective was to snatch some chains, implying he wanted Mino's chain. Mino was clearly getting annoyed but kept his cool. Booba kept pushing, asking if he could borrow Mino's chain, and even suggested he could beat Mino up. That's when Mino had enough. He put Booba in a chokehold and reminded him that he told him not to play around. The whole incident was caught on camera, and it was a clear lesson that not everyone is up for jokes, especially when they're being disrespected. Mino showed that if you poke the bear, you might just get bitten. So, what did we learn? Don't test someone who's already warned you to chill. Number 2. Moneybag Yo. Next up is Moneybag Yo. Streamer Aiden Ross decided to link up with him for a freestyle session. Everything started off smooth, with Moneybag vibing and trying to show Aiden how to catch the beat. But Aiden, being himself, tried to prank Moneybag by saying something off the wall during the freestyle. Moneybag looked confused and told Aiden he wasn't playing like that. Aiden asked for another chance, but during the next freestyle he said more weird stuff. Moneybag let it slide at first, but when Aiden did it again, Moneybag swung at him, not to hurt him but to make him stop, and then walked out. Moneybag Yo made it clear he doesn't play around with those kinds of jokes. Aiden learned the hard way that not everyone appreciates his sense of humor. The takeaway? Know your audience and respect their boundaries, or you might get checked in front of everyone. Number 3. NLE Choppa. Now let's talk about NLE Choppa. One day, Aiden Ross was hosting a big stream and invited iShowSpeed and Prime, along with NLE Choppa and his crew. During the stream, everyone was dancing and having a good time. Choppa's friend, Lil Huncho, started throwing money on Speed to hype things up. That's when streamer Prime began picking up the money off the ground. Huncho noticed and told Prime to put the money down, saying they needed it back since it was theirs. Prime got defensive, denying he touched the money, but Huncho wasn't buying it. Things started to heat up as Prime mentioned he was from the south side of Chicago. Huncho replied that he didn't care where Prime was from. He doesn't play about his money. The situation escalated, with Huncho checking Prime multiple times until Prime eventually left the room. This incident shows that messing with someone's money, even in a playful setting, can lead to serious problems. The lesson? Don't touch what isn't yours, especially when dealing with people who take their money seriously. Number 4. Charleston White. Moving on to Charleston White, known for his outspoken and controversial views. In August 2023, Aiden Ross planned a trip to Vegas with Charleston and invited streamer Prime along. Throughout the trip, Charleston and Prime had small disagreements, but things took a turn while they were out eating. Prime called Charleston a derogatory term due to something from his past. Charleston asked why Prime was worried about his personal life and why he jumped into the conversation. The argument escalated, with both men exchanging heated words. Charleston stood up over Prime, asking him what he was going to do. Prime realized things could get dangerous, especially since Charleston is known to carry mace. He asked Aiden to get Charleston away from him. Eventually, Charleston left the stream, saying he didn't want to be around Prime. The key takeaway? Disrespecting someone, especially in person, can escalate quickly and lead to serious consequences. Number 5. Osama. Neon is a streamer who often acts tough online and talks crazy. He kept doing a disrespectful drill dance called the Naughty Bop, which mocks a 14-year-old rapper named Naughty Osama, who was tragically killed. Fans told Neon to chill out since he's not from the streets and shouldn't be making fun of the dead. Naughty's brother, Osama, saw clips of Neon and asked him to stop disrespecting his deceased brother. Neon didn't listen, so one day, Osama got to Neon's location and confronted him. Neon ended up getting away to avoid getting hurt. 3 months later, Neon bumped into Osama again. This time, made Neon apologize for doing the dance and disrespecting his brother. Neon was scared, and security was on standby. He admitted he was wrong and apologized. The lesson here? Making fun of someone's loss can have real-world consequences. Respect the dead, or you might find yourself in a dangerous situation. Number 6. Blue. Sneeko, another streamer known for pushing boundaries, was streaming one day and listening to New York drill music. While rapping along, he dissed a deceased person named J-Rip, a 13-year-old from New York. Word got back to New York drill rapper Blue, who was close to J-Rip. Later, Blue linked up with Aiden Ross for a jail-themed stream, and Sneeko was there too. Once Blue noticed Sneeko, he instantly checked him for dissing J-Rip. He demanded a personal apology, explaining that J-Rip was his friend who died in the streets. Sneeko initially tried to deny it, but eventually apologized when he realized Blue was serious. Thankfully, Blue handled the situation maturely and didn't escalate it further. The takeaway? Disrespecting the dead can lead to real-life confrontations. It's best to be mindful of what you say, especially about people you don't know. Number 7. Quando Rondo. YouTuber. That boy Q was in the mall testing people's diamonds to see if they were real. He ran into Quando Rondo and wanted to test his chain. Planning a prank, he turned the tester off to make it seem like Quando's chain was fake. Quando felt some type of way about this and told the YouTuber to stop playing with him. He warned that messing around like that could get someone hurt. The YouTuber quickly admitted he was trolling, and his whole energy changed after being checked. This incident shows that accusing someone of wearing fake jewelry, especially a rapper, is a serious insult. The lesson? Be careful with your pranks. Not everyone will find them funny. Number 8. Rich the Kid. Streamer. Adin Ross decided to invite Rich the Kid and some of his people over for a collaboration. During the visit, one of Rich's associates realized his girlfriend's expensive hoodie was missing from Adin's house. The associate started pressing Adin, demanding he find the $11,000 hoodie. Adin was scared and confused as the guy got aggressive, even threatening to slap him if he didn't find it. Adin was forced to leave the room to search for the hoodie. Things escalated further when Rich the Kid took one of Adin's friend's car keys and drove off in it, disrespecting them due to the missing hoodie. This incident shows how quickly things can go south when valuable items are involved. The takeaway? When hosting guests, ensure their belongings are safe and handle any issues calmly to avoid unnecessary conflict. Number 9. The Island Boys. Adin Ross had the Island Boys at his house for a stream. During the session, they started arguing with each other. One of the Island Boys felt disrespected by Adin's comments and swung at him. Adin was talking tough, but things got physical quickly. This incident highlights the unpredictability of having volatile guests on your stream. Not everyone can handle banter, and some might take things personally. The lesson? Be cautious about who you invite into your space, especially when live streaming. It's essential to maintain a safe environment for everyone involved. Number 10. NBA Youngboy's crew. NBA Youngboy's homies, D-Dog and Huncho Gang, were walking down the street when a YouTuber approached them with a camera. He started acting tough, claiming to be a real street dude, and commented on their chains. D-Dog and Huncho didn't know what was going on and were cautious. The YouTuber continued following them, and D-Dog warned him that he wasn't someone to play with. He even hinted at getting violent if the guy didn't back off. Realizing the situation could get serious, the YouTuber said he was just making a video and left. D-Dog has a serious background, including past legal troubles for violent offenses. The key takeaway? Pranking people with real street reputations is dangerous. It's best to avoid such situations entirely. Number 11. FBGBU. YouTuber Stephen Joe thought it would be funny to mess with Chicago rapper FBGBU. He approached Buddha saying, "Free Lil J," knowing that Buddha doesn't get along with Lil J. Buddha warned him to stop playing, but Stephen persisted, following him into a store and asking provocative questions. Buddha then asked Stephen if he wanted to die right now for not leaving him alone. Realizing he'd crossed a line, Stephen left the store. This incident shows that pushing people's buttons on sensitive topics can lead to dangerous outcomes. The lesson? Know when to back off, or you might end up in a situation you can't handle. This is a common scenario in the world of YouTube, where creators often try to get views by stirring up drama or controversy. Number 12. Swifty Blue. Top-Notch Idiots, a YouTube prank channel, decided to test Swifty Blue, a rapper from LA. They approached him in a park, asking for directions, but then started acting tough, suggesting he looked like someone who wanted to get dropped. Swifty felt disrespected and confronted them. When they kept pushing, Swifty pulled out his strap, and the pranksters quickly revealed it was a joke. Swifty warned them that their antics could get them seriously hurt. The encounter highlights that not everyone will react kindly to being pranked, especially when threats are involved. The takeaway? Some pranks aren't worth the risk. It's essential to consider people's reactions, especially in areas where tensions run high and guns are as common as cell phones. Number 13. Kodak Black. While Swifty Blue was involved in the incident with the pranksters, Kodak Black's name came up because of their collaboration on the song "Swap for a Swap." Although Kodak wasn't directly involved in the confrontation, he's known for not tolerating disrespect. In past instances, when pranksters or streamers tried to get a reaction out of him, Kodak didn't hesitate to put them in their place. He's made it clear that he's not someone to mess with, and any attempt to disrespect him or his associates won't end well. The lesson here? Even mentioning certain people's names can bring unintended consequences. It's best to stay respectful and avoid unnecessary drama. If you want to collaborate with someone, make sure you have a good relationship and mutual respect. If not, it's best to stay away and avoid any potential conflicts. Number 14. Boozy Badazz. YouTuber White Dolomite tried to prank Boozy Badazz while he was shopping in Walmart. Dolomite approached Boozy and his crew, talking in a racist manner by calling him boy and giving orders. Boozy and his team were confused and told Dolomite to chill out. When he persisted, one of Boozy's associates smacked him for being disrespectful. Dolomite then called the cops, trying to get Boozy and his people arrested. The prank backfired, showing that some jokes aren't funny and can lead to serious consequences. What should we learn from this incident? Well, using racism as a prank is not just offensive and hurtful, it can also have real-life consequences. People won't tolerate that kind of behavior, and it could get you hurt. If you want to prank someone, make sure you don't cross the line and be respectful towards others. Number 15. T.I. and Tha Truth. White Dolomite tried his luck again with T.I. and Tha Truth while they were working on a project. He approached them, telling them to stop taking pictures on his property and calling them boy. T.I. and Trey were visibly confused and irritated. Trey grabbed Dolomite by the neck, letting him know that they don't play around with racist jokes. They warned him that his actions could get him seriously hurt and advised him to find another way to go viral. Dolomite's attempt to gain attention nearly ended badly for him. What's the key takeaway? Don't disrespect people, especially with racially charged remarks. Why? Well, it's not worth the potential fallout. These moments remind us that while the internet can blur the lines between entertainment and disrespect, it's essential to be mindful of how actions affect others. These rappers showed that they won't hesitate to stand up for themselves when crossed. Whether it's dealing with pranksters, streamers pushing boundaries, or outright disrespect, they've demonstrated that respect is non-negotiable. So next time you think about pushing someone's buttons for views or laughs, remember these stories. You might just get checked by someone who isn't playing around. While the internet may give a false sense of security, it's crucial to remember that there are real people behind the screens. If you wouldn't say or do something to someone's face, don't do it online either. And as we always say, if this video makes you laugh or think, make sure to like and subscribe for more awesome content just like this one.